Previously on KBTV Under the Sun.
The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
Oh my god. An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio.
You know that thing everyone does in 2016?
I'm not sure how that helped us at all.
Right.
Are you the dumbest man alive? Are you the dumbest man alive, Phoenix
No,
Wright?
Larry's in the room right now.
Right,
Yes,
Larry
I
made
know what I
everyone else.
said.
Look, Larry makes everyone else in the courtroom dumb, okay?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict.
Okay, well then stop speaking in riddles.
Look, I am literally rendering as we speak. I've got it.
Hello everybody, this is KBTV Under the Sun, and welcome back to more Turnabout Goodbyes. We left off with Larry because we just didn't want to deal with him at the time. It's the
And we still don't.
That's so mean, Nick!
and
I said what I said.
it's the last day of the
I guess that's
investigation.
fair.
We're on the last day of investigation, so I guess thanks Larry for giving us another day, I guess.
You're welcome!
Anyway, please start, Mr. Butts.
I asked how everyone was doing! What'd you think about the performance today?
You don't want that answer.
And swing in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Probably swooning, not in the way you thought, though. Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint.
That's correct.
Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
What the hell are you asking? Okay,
Bless
suddenly, a sneeze possessed me. Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. What?
I think you can do better than that.
Don't you call me out like this?
Come on! I said Edgeworth than that, dude! Angie! You guys should be bow before me, yeah! Bow before your hero!
No, I'm just gonna present my badge.
Woo, I was out there! Ha!
I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him.
Throw him the gun. Larry, shut up.
What? Does the gun... What does the gun do? Nope. Nothing.
I was hot out there!
Okay, Larry.
He's aiming a gun at his head like, Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. I say, through grit teeth.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. He already was. Technically.
But seriously, Nick. That boat job caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty... itchy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is... I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Yeah, wait, which us two? Maya and Edgeworth, or Edgeworth and Larry, or... us two?
Edgeworth and... who else? You mean me, right?
Thank you, Maya. Yeah, he was me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
Aw,
Oh, come on.
not me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
Enough with the silent treatment. Okay, fine, don't tell us. Nick,
No one gets an answer.
why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You, You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it.
Trying to imagine Larry saving. Okay, anyway.
It was an accident, I'm sure. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Well, I don't actually know that much because, I kind of forgot. Sorry about that. But I think you wanted to be an artist at one point, right? Right, Nick?
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
Class trial? And then the music just completely stops.
You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside.
Dang. To a kid, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah. The kids in class said I would be put on trial.
Dang! Trial?
Word of the
Our group
prize.
was cutthroat.
Jesus.
So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. The part that shocked me is that 3rd graders knew what a defendant was. I didn't do it!
Guilty! He did it!
Guilty, it was all you.
Give the money back! Just admit you did it! Read faster with bikini.
Ain't no one reading that.
Was it a female?
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
Was it
This feels very peer pressure-y. I don't believe this is a just system. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening.
I like your badge.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Everything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs.
This is 3rd grade.
Miles.
You're like 8.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No?
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. Dang, Miles. This is school, right?
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one.
We don't need proof. Just make him say sorry. We're just... Oh.
That's you. That's still you, KB.
Oh. The judge, shut up! This is how it always is. Everybody ganging up and picking up one person. Just think about how he feels.
Wow. Words of wisdom from Butts.
Yeah. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
What a mockery of justice.
I love how the teacher just let it happen. Anyway.
Yeah.
What a complete mockery of justice. This ain't a trial.
I also like that.
This is where the kangaroo court got started.
Yeah. Larry wasn't in class that day. Larry shows up anyway. Teacher, whatever, Larry, go home. I don't care.
Yeah, right? Anyway.
I'll stop this trial just so you shut up, Larry. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Oh,
even though we
man.
never found out who stole his money.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
You were there, Larry!
Hey, I only showed up for the last part of it.
Oh my god. Anyway, that's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Since Larry wasn't there. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school.
Okay, then you just showed up again on the same day? Anyway.
If I'd been there, they thought I'd done it. So, I kinda took it personally, you see.
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
He also pointed when he talked about it.
So I have a question. Was his father also British?
No. I'm pretty sure he's either American or Japanese. Why?
Because he still sounds British.
Oh.
Because my assumption was, okay, so he clearly got the British accent from Von Karma.
Oh, well, I didn't...
And now we're like, wait a second.
Oh, if I was giving some weird accent, I didn't mean to. I was just going for a little kid that was being, like, really, like, strong. Like a confident
fair.
kid.
No, just Edgeworth always has a British accent because Von Karma.
I wouldn't call it British. I would call it more posh American. Probably.
It's
Well, no.
California.
Actually,
Which you can't tell the difference.
No. Actually, because this is Japanifornia, they actually have him placing where he studied in Germany for a bit, if I remembered.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So a while ago, when I first played through, like I did
Even worse.
I did a very early LP of this where I actually made Edgeworth sound a little bit more German. So I did actually do some research back then. I'm probably still doing it raw now, but you might have noticed I'm not really going for British, and there's certain couple times when there's a W in the name, I would just change how it sounds slightly. Like it would sound more like a V than a W.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But again, it's been a while since I actually looked into how to do a German accent, so I probably am butchering it very hard right now. So I apologize any German viewers about this, so... But yeah,
Don't
that's...
worry. Apologists
what I go-
exist where they clearly make someone German.
That's fine. We'll be completely
He's not
inconsistent, and it'll make someone
The
angry.
saddest thing is he's not even German, is the thing.
I know.
No, but for Edgeworth, I generally go for a posh American with a slight hit of German. It's not very strong, basically.
I just assumed it was British.
No.
Because I am a fool.
Well, to be fair, you didn't know he was studying Germany, so... Anyway.
No, I didn't. I just assumed, oh, well, he's clearly a little British because he grew up with Von Karma, who is clearly a lot British.
We're playing a game that was made in Japan with everyone of being Japanese descent mostly, that was translated into English to make into a foreign region called Japanifornia. I think we're fine.
Yeah, like, don't even worry about it, man. It can be anything at this
fair.
point. But I
fair.
will tell you, in the Japanese version, because, you know, it is actually in Japan, I believe instead of Germany, they said they actually studied in America. So... in the Japanese version.
That's even more confusing. You know what? I'm done thinking about this.
Please
I'm done.
continue.
Anyway.
He studied where they make steamed hams.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's it. That's the one. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
I guess what I was going for the kid Edgeworth, though, is he's more of a refined kid. Like, he still sounds like a stuck-up kind of kid, in a sense.
Like, look,
because Gregory...
he was wearing a bow tie, I believe it.
Well, because Gregory is very professional, and he wants to emulate his father a lot, so that's kind of where I was going with it.
Like, I saw an 8-year-old with a bow tie. I believe it. I get it.
Anyway.
I already read it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." You know, something on Kotaku. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friend.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him. To learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court.
Dang, he changed his entire career for that, and that's what he's gonna do for the rest of his life. So, like, I'm just sitting here like, so are you... So after you meet up with Edgeworth and everything is cleared up, you're gonna keep luring?
Edgeworth believed in me. And I believe in him. He's in pain. And no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. And Larry.
I was gonna say, what about... Yes,
I would just like to point out that Phoenix is on his 4th actual case. It was very lucky that he ran to Edgeworth so soon.
Yeah, right?
Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you.
Actually, Larry, you still owe us money.
Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick.
Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
It probably will be. Right. God.
I was about to say. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
You work for MI6, man? I'd settle for who? I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need.
God, this case was so long, we actually have to clear out evidence.
Okay, let's go. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this gun in the trash. I hope everyone's okay with that.
What? We good. Wait.
Bye, Larry. Hi, Edgy. December 27th, Detention Center. Visitors room.
I see you two are burdened with unnecessary feelings.
Let's not talk about that.
You look as grim as always. Nice to see you too.
Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money. Ah, all right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Oops.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Yeah, he had the most traumatizing moment.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Yeah, I only told you that in confidence, but sure, go for it. I don't even care. Who cares? No one cares. Just blurt out everything that everyone tells you with absolutely no filter.
Nobody's going to learn not to never tell Maya anything because she's just going to blab her mouth away.
Next time, I'm just going to lie to you, Maya. How about that one?
Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even.
Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth.
Perhaps. Let's present the bet.
Phoenix, he had a parental figure die in front of his eyes.
Yes, but I was accused of stealing lunch money.
We're putting out the same
about the lunch money incident. Oh yeah, so I was the teacher's husband's cousin's roommate, so I heard about that.
Oh my god. Thanks for sharing, Malin. Sorry.
You're welcome.
I'm not sure I can help you with that. Oh, okay, fine. Alright, I see how it is. Okay. Anyway, why prosecute?
Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond.
On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we've all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Understandable.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He is my teacher and a man who deserves respect. Okay.
You deserve something, I wouldn't call it respect.
Yeah.
I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Man, that sounds stressful and exhausting. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit.
No kidding.
That's very awkward. Do I have to do anything else, or is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. All right, Edgeworth,
Is
just
there something to present?
No, there is nothing I need to present. Actually, we're just heading.
Oh.
We're just heading along. All right, Edgeworth, just hang out there for a bit. December
So anyway,
27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. Yes.
let's go storm the boathouse.
Okay.
I was gonna say, so Frieza, have you ever thought about, not being a jerk? That's your weakness. Gotta hide that. It's apparently what Von Karma does.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Didn't we just see each other yesterday? Oh.
Well, we saw each other actually, I think, this morning.
Oh.
Was it yesterday?
Detective
I don't
Gumshoe.
remember.
But it feels like it's been a week.
Yeah, it sure has.
First one of the day, eh?
Oh, I get what you're trying to go with there. Ha ha ha. Very funny.
What? Wait, what?
It's been a week since we recorded.
Oh.
I got it. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, it was a close one today, eh? So I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. I got a new one though, don't worry about it.
Clearly.
Sorry about that. Question mark?
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, now we really know who did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I make you a promise. I'll let that scoundrel my Kirsty back try time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Go Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, what a thing.
Oh, welcome back.
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found that. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
Oh, was Lotta camping when she shouldn't? Okay. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Haha, thanks, I hate it.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Bye, Gumshoe. Good luck.
Go, Gadget Gumshoe!
We're going into the woods anyway. Anyway, December 27th, Gourd Lake, public beach.
It's the public beach.
Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
I said what I said. Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I mean,
Where's Larry last?
Yeah, I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. He's gonna get fired. Let's go to the boat rental shop.
Kick the door down!
Yeah, December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer. KV.
I have no idea. Wait, is that who I think it is?
I don't know. I'm just saying KV.
Ahem.
I'd know that clearing up the throat anywhere.
Okay, it was who I thought it was. Why are you here?
Yeah, exactly.
Hello. What am I to be doing here?
He actually got away from his mahogany office. Amazing.
Oh my god, I didn't know he could exist
realize
outside.
out here there are mahogany trees.
Damn, the man's got a point.
Out for a walk. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not so sure about that. Why? I'm not sure. Fair.
It's far karma. We just don't know.
I mean, flawless logic, I'm just saying.
If you find anything out, come to my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
real assistance this time?
Thanks.
Probably.
Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows?
Right?
No one's inside the forest, Mr. Grossberg.
Break down the door! Break down the door! December 27th!
Oh, it's still here! Take the bird!
Okay, caretaker's check!
Maya, pin the bird down! I'll get the bag!
Okay! Nobody's home!
Hello! Hello!
Like I said, pin the bird down!
Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly?
Oh, hello!
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. That's why we gotta take the parrot!
Hello! Hello!
We need to take the
That
parrot!
sounds like an answering machine at the
Can you, like, examine the parrot?
Yeah, we can examine the parrot. Let's examine the parrot. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
Yes! You probably shouldn't just kidnap... Nick! 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 Come on!
He just swipes evidence casually off the ground all the time. And yet when it comes to a parrot, oh no, we can't kidnap it because the cops are coming.
I'm gonna throw this remote, I swear to God.
It sounds like you already did.
Just take the bird!
Anyway.
What?
You didn't say that, did you?
Say what?
The police know. Did you read that?
No, I didn't read that.
Okay.
The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. He's a party pooper.
Great, now the bird's gonna hate me.
Alright, let's look at the safe that was kind of sus.
I already have Edgeworth hating me. I don't need the bird hating me too. There's a quota that's already being met.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1, 2, 2, 8!
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Okay, so they didn't want to kidnap the bird, but he's like, okay, let's open the safe and look in it. Okay. This is logic. Hello. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
Not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
So how do you operate that thing?
I guess there might be a clue or two.
Right, there looks like there's 2 dials.
Yeah.
The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing.
Oh boy.
Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail.
Oh boy.
How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice? This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. In perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know. But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Honestly, it's so amazing that I feel like it was planted there by Von Karma to like trip him up somehow.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, there's no way. This feels like bait of some kind. I don't believe it. All right, Santa. Letters from the safe. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This note details the murder and setup.
Santa, I have many concerns.
That's not really my problem, KB.
Santa
There's nothing
hates
left in
me.
the safe.
I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. Yeah, that's kind of sus to leave it there.
He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial.
Actually, a better question. Why didn't he burn it? Now that I think
Why
about
didn't he take the bird? We already knew the bird knows the combination to the safe. Why wouldn't he take the bird?
True. All right.
How old is that letter, anyways?
How old is the letter?
Yeah.
I don't think it says.
No, I don't think it says.
I recognize that, but I'm just trying to
Oops.
speculate.
No clues here.
Yeah, no,
No
it doesn't
clues
say
here
anything.
on the floor.
Okay, actually, no. We're gonna go ahead and stop here before we move on to the next area because we don't. There's nothing else we need to look into here. We need to start moving off to another area, but we'll save that for the next video since, as you know, we're over time now. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys then.